Iba-iba ang dahilan natin kung bakit tayo naghahanap ng bagong trabaho. Yung iba o karamihan sa atin, tulad ko, salary, o kaya naman lumipat ng tirahan o naghahanap ng mas magandang employee benefits. O kaya naman yung iba talagang naghahanap ng work-life balance. Pero ano pa man ang dahilan sa paghahanap natin ng bagong trabaho, kailangan nating maipasa ang mga common job interview questions. Paano nga ba natin ito dapat sagutin, mga kapeso? Let's start with the most common. Can you tell me about yourself? So pwede natin banggitin dito yung background and current line of work natin. Pwede rin natin banggitin dito yung mga key accomplishments like projects and efficiencies na nagawa natin sa mga previous jobs natin. Yung key career moves natin like promotions, lateral movements, and awards. And we should end it why we're looking for the next career and job hunting. So pwede natin silang sagutin this way. I started my career in finance after graduating with a degree in accountancy in 2009. I've spent my entire career working in different international banking institutions, receiving 3 promotions and awards for outstanding performance. I became part of a project for migrating all manual operations data to an automated data warehousing system to cut down the time spent in doing recurring transactions, resulting to less overtime spent in the department. Moving forward, I hope to expand my experience across different industries, particularly fintech, which is why I'm interested in your company. How did you hear about the position? Strategize natin to or sagutin natin this way. I found the position while looking for jobs online. Or, my friend recommended your company. We worked together within a previous job and had heard good things about your organization. What do you know about our company? Ang goal natin dito is to show to them that we're done our research and not somebody that will take any job they can find. So sagutin natin this way. From what I read, your bank is the largest in the United States and the 5th largest banking institutions by assets in the world. The firm operates the largest investment bank in the world by revenue, and it occupies 24th place on the Fortune 500 list of the largest US corporations by revenue. Why did you apply for this position? Strategize natin to. Sounds like to be you're looking for a right job, and also stay away from complaining about your current job and managers kasi red flag agad yun sa ating mga recruiters. So pwede mo nang simulan this way. From the start, I've wanted to work in a larger institution in the industry, and I heard great things about the work environment here from a few colleagues. And when I saw your job posting, it seems to match my skills, like somebody whose expertise in my SQL programming. This is my focus from my previous positions and hoping to continue specializing on it. Why should we hire you? So magandang strategize natin dito, show we're done our research, make it clear that we know the position and what we can contribute to help improve their company. So pwede natin siyang sagutin this way. My experience in handling large data sets and extracting meaningful insights has resulted in significant cost savings and revenue growth for my previous employers. I am passionate about leveraging data to drive informed decision making and can contribute to developing advanced predictive models to optimize business outcomes. What are your greatest professional strengths? So ganito natin siya sagutin. Think strategically about what skills is needed for you to be qualified for the job. So etong trabaho ba na to ay more on client interaction? Focus on your communication and relationship skills, your charisma, energy, and persuasion ability. Fast-paced environment ba yan? So focus on your ability to multitask, fast adaptability and learn quickly, logical and critical thinker. Baka naman pagiging boss ang ina-applyan mo ay managerial position. Focus on your leadership skills, organization, communication, teamwork and details-oriented, and time management. So pwede natin siyang sagutin this way. My biggest strength is that I can think of on my feet and can work under a lot of pressure. As an event manager at Company X, we were organizing an IT conference that needed a number of last-minute changes due to a specific speaker canceling because of an emergency and two of our volunteers not being able to show up. So parang nagdi-discuss tayo ngayon sa kanya ng situational na nangyari dun sa scenario natin. So we allocated more time to each speaker and added a Q&A section at the end of each speech. We also encouraged the present speakers to talk about their business and personal experience more in depth after when they are done with their speech. As for being understaffed, one day before the conference, I reached out to my network and found two students who were willing to help out. I personally met them 2 hours before the conference and got them up to speed with everything we were doing for the day and gave them their tasks. In the end, everything went well without any other problems popping up. Syempre, kung may greatest strength, dapat may greatest weakness din. So paano natin to magandang strategize? Everybody has a weakness. Denying yours only shows that you're not self-aware or hindi mo kilala yung sarili mo, which is a red flag to our recruiters as well. So pwede mo siyang sagutin this way. But you should frame your weaknesses positively as well. So pwede mo siyang sagutin this way. My greatest weakness is time management. I have always been very detail-oriented, so it sometimes takes me longer to finish a project than I initially think I will. This is why I started using time tracking software in my last job. It made me more conscious of the time a task takes me and helped me never miss a deadline again. Pwede din ito. Since I was in university, I have struggled with procrastination. Before I worked my first job, I didn't think it was my weakness because I never missed a deadline. I just had to pull an all-nighter here and there. But after I saw how my procrastination on a task affects the productivity of the entire team and the quality of the project's result, I realized it's a weakness I should improve. I changed my work ethic, how I tackle tasks, and how I motivate myself to work, and have seen considerable improvement. I no longer rely on last-minute panic to complete my work. My greatest weakness is that I'm too critical of myself and often feel like I'm not giving my best or like I disappoint the people I work with. This often led me to overwork myself, burn out, or feel inferior to my colleagues. Although my supervisors hadn't complained about my performance during the past year, I have been working on myself actively, trying to be fairer with myself. O kaya naman, my weakness, I multitask too much. I first noticed it was an issue in my last job. I was too distracted and tackling 2 or 3 tasks at once ruined my productivity. I've been minding how I work ever since, and I make sure to always define and prioritize all my tasks. Then, instead of juggling 3 at the same time, I try to go through them one by one. What's the time you disagreed with a decision that was made at work? So ito yung conflict at work. Paano natin siya strategize sagutin? You can use the STAR method. So nandyan yung situation, iset mo muna yung scene and give the necessary details. Task, describe what you are doing on that particular situation. Action, explain the steps that you will be doing to address that kind of conflict. And the result, what comes after your actions. So pwede natin siyang sagutin this way. Medyo mahaba ang pagsagot natin sa mga ganitong klase ng situation. But it's okay, as long as you deliver via STAR method. Unahin muna natin yung situations. Once our marketing team was deciding how to allocate our budget and resources between social platforms, my manager wanted to put most of our focus on Facebook since it had historically been the most successful for us. But I felt that ignoring other platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, which was still fairly new at the time, would be a big mistake. So here's the task. I knew that the company as a whole wanted to expand our customer base toward younger users, and that the newest product we were launching took that into account. So that I felt that I needed to advocate for allocating our social resources to the platforms where younger millennials and Gen Zs are. I did some research on other demographics across different social platforms as well as ad campaign costs. I knew that Twitter and Instagram would be easier sells, but at that time, we didn't even have a TikTok account. So I also gathered some examples of marketing campaigns from similar tech companies on TikTok to show my boss. I asked to meet with them, and sent over my research in advance. My ideal scenario going it would have been to focus most of our energy on these platforms and just use Instagram assets on Facebook. But I went in with several different compromises. Once we got into the meeting, the conversation went great. While my manager was hesitant about pulling almost all our resources from Facebook, they took my idea about using Instagram assets on Facebook and used it as a jumping off point. We ended up coming up with an idea to save time by creating short videos that would work for Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook rather than focusing on Facebook alone. Through the bulk of the budget for promotion still went Facebook, we were able to allocate a small percentage to other platforms and use the time saved on content to get our TikTok started. We started up growing up our under 35 customer base by 20%, and we were already established on TikTok when the platform really exploded a few months later. Can you explain why you changed career path? So ang ganitong strategy dapat natin. More opportunities for long-term career growth, personal interest or passion in an area, starting a new career that's more aligned with your idea of your dream job. So pwede nating sagutin this way. I want to change my career path for future growth potential and new challenges. I feel my skills and experience will transfer well into this new career. For example, I saw your job description mentions communications with clients and the ability to lead projects, which were key parts of my last job. And overall, I've received career advice from a few colleagues who have successfully made this same career change and recommended it as a way to grow, earn more in their career, and find new challenges. Pwede din ganito kapeso. Two colleagues from my previous company changed from the finance industry to the tech industry, and they have said that they have found the work to be more exciting and fulfilling. They've convinced me that it's a worthwhile career move, and since I have a similar interest and motivation to those two colleagues, I'm confident I'll enjoy working for a company in tech. That's the entire focus of my job search now, and I'm not applying to any finance companies. I'm happy in finance. I just feel tech would be more exciting and more aligned with my passions. How do you deal with pressure or stressful situations? So sa mga ganito, consider mentioning how a little stress can be a helpful motivator for you. So pwede mo siyang sagutin ng ganito. Pressure is very important to me. Good pressure, such as having many assignments or an upcoming deadline, helps me to stay motivated and productive. Of course, there are times when too much pressure can lead to stress. However, I'm very skilled at balancing multiple projects and meeting deadlines, and this ability prevents me from feeling overly stressed. For example, I once had 3 large projects due in the same week, and that was a lot of pressure. However, because I created a schedule that detailed how I would break down each project into small assignments, I managed to complete all 3 projects ahead of time and avoided unnecessary stress. Ito yung medyo nakakatawa sa mga interview questions. If you were an animal, which one you want to be? Ito kasi ay personality type question to show how can we think on our feet right away. So pwede mo siyang sagutin. Mamili ka na lang sa mga animals, kapeso. Number 1 is, I would be a dog because I love being around other people. Much like a dog, I'm happiest when I get to engage with groups and I enjoy supporting those around me. I would be a dolphin because I love communicating with others and working as a team. I would be an elephant because they're strong and great leaders. Elephants usually stay in small groups, but they're extremely loyal to those around them. A horse is the type of animal I would be because I'm focused and able to work independently or in a group. I will if I were the animal, I would be an octopus because I'm creative and innovative. I'm similar to an octopus because my intelligence is one of my strengths. I would be a giraffe because I pay attention to what's ahead of me and I'm extremely gentle. If I could be any animal, I would be a monkey because monkeys are intelligent and great problem solvers. I would be a beaver because I'm an extremely hard worker and I'm always dedicated to doing the job right. If I were an animal, I would be a mouse because I'm resourceful and I adapt well in any situation. If I were an animal, I would be an eagle because of the strength, agility, and leadership qualities the eagle has. I pay close to attention to everything around me, and I am patient when waiting for an opportunity. So mga kapeso, sana natulungan namin kayo on how you will handle those job common interview questions.